Okay. Ooh, you guys are gonna be like, girl, that shit's crazy. I don't even know if I'm ready to film this video right now. But what's good? What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you don't know already. My name is Elena. Sorry if you guys can see the cats here. We got Jason laying right here, and we got Freddie right here. I don't think you guys have met Freddie, but yeah, basically they're brothers. They're not even my cats. Their owner doesn't take care of them. They come to my house to eat, sleep. Yeah. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. As you guys saw by the title of today's video, we are doing a story time. I don't think I've ever even done a story time here on my channel, but I just know you guys are gonna love this one because one, it's fucking crazy, and two, it's fucking crazy, and three, it's fucking crazy. But also because people always tell me I'm good at telling stories. So yeah, I was like, I asked over on my Instagram that I made so that I could keep up with you guys better. If you haven't followed that already, I'm gonna put it right here. But a lot of you guys were like, yeah, do a story time. And then all my friends who already know the story were like, girl, tell them the Wendy story. Tell them. It's just a lot. So before we do that, let's get into smoking because this was really a traumatic experience for me, you guys. Like, you literally don't understand. But I'm gonna tell you, okay? All right. Can't even believe I'm about to tell you guys this story because this is probably the craziest shit that's ever happened to me with dating. This is exactly why I don't date. This is literally my villain story that I'm telling you guys. Like, you don't understand. It all started on one of my friends' birthdays. And I wasn't even supposed to go out. I just was gonna go out because it was my friend and we were celebrating her birthday. And afterwards, they wanted to go to the bar. This is red flag number one. Don't fuck with people you meet at the bar. I literally never do that. And I know a lot of you are like, sure, you don't. No, I don't. I don't. And this is exactly why I don't do that. Okay, so I meet up with this guy, and honestly, I was genuinely surprised by like how fast I felt like we like were vibing and just like getting along. And I was just like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I was feeling this guy, you know, like he was feeling me, I was feeling him, like everything was going great. There was like no real red flags anywhere other than the fact that like there was nothing wrong. That should have been my red flag, right? But coming from a place of like trauma and like dating and not actually being in a relationship for a long time, I was just kind of like, okay, Elena, like maybe you're just like overthinking. You know? Basically, I gaslit myself because my intuition was like, nah, there's something wrong. I literally think I have a video of me the night I met him where I was just like, nah, there's something wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong, which means something is wrong. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you guys, like, I'm not kidding. Like, I was like, you're sus. Like, you're literally sus. Like, where is your girlfriend? Because something's got to be wrong. You can't be hot and polite. You can't be sexy and freaking sweet. No. You got something wrong with you. So, fucking MEEKIALE got upset about something. I don't remember what it was, but it was something so stupid that like I wasn't even really tripping off of it. Like I just thought that like we would talk about it and then it would just be like whatever. You guys, I'm editing this video right now and I had to come in to let you guys know I remember what we were arguing about. He had seen a J keychain in my house and was trying to say that it was a J for my ex. And I was literally laughing so hard because my last name is literally Juarez, Juarez. Literally, my last name is Juarez, and my coworker made that for me because she didn't have an E stencil for my first name. Literally, what the fuck? So he comes to my house, and we're talking about this little bump in the road, when all of a sudden, I just start to realize, like, the shit that he's saying is fucking weird. And I was just like, whoa. Like, it literally went from, like, perfect to like weird and insecure and like just totally crazy, right? Start saying shit like, I'm wearing these sweats, which I think I've posted in my 420 vlog, and it's the Blowing O's Farm sweats, which is a business owned by a good family friend of mine. So I was wearing those sweats. So the next day I was supposed to go see my grandma actually. But where my grandma lives, there is a lot of like cannabis farms and just like all of that type of shit over there, right? So this guy starts like saying shit like, oh yeah, like I know you're about to go see some dude, like that's whose sweats you're wearing, like da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, what? So yeah, he starts accusing me of being shady, acting shady, moving shady. And I'm like, what the fuck have I done to be shady? Like anyone who knows me knows I'm an upfront person. I say it like it is. I'm not fucking shady. So I'm like, what the fuck did I do that's shady? Like say something, like
say something.
Like back it up. Don't just start talking shit and have nothing to back it up. So I say that. You guys, you know what this motherfucker says? He goes, yeah, the few times that I've been to your house, I've noticed that you have more than one plate cleaned, like for dishes. I have more than one plate cleaned in my dishes area from when I do my dishes.
Are you fucking for real?
I literally was like, bro, because I eat more than once a fucking day? Like, what do you fucking mean? Be fucking for real. What do you fucking mean? Like, only a crazy ass motherfucker would say some shit like that, right? So this is when it all starts clicking. I'm like, yep, I'm never talking to this guy again. Literally never talking to this guy again. And he's just like acting like as if I just like fucked his brother, you know, type shit. Like literally acting insane, trying to like accuse me of absolutely anything and everything. And I just realized that like the conversation wasn't gonna get anywhere, and I was clearly very checked out. Once all that shit was being said, I'm not the type of person to like make excuses for shit like that. When people start being weird and saying weird shit, it's kind of like, you got to take it for what it is, you know? Like my whole mindset and demeanor just totally changes. Obviously, I'm not fucking with this dude. I don't even care to talk. I don't even have anything to say. Why are you even here still? And that's kind of like what started to happen. I just started trying to like shut down the conversation overall. And I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, dude, like, you should just go and do your own thing. I'm gonna go do mine. Like, it's clear that this is just like not it, right? Classic narcissistic behavior. When they realize that you are literally not fucking with what they're saying, what they're doing. So all of a sudden, their energy changes, right? And all of a sudden, they're nice. And all of a sudden, they want to work things out. And all of a sudden, they're da 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 da. So this guy just starts trying to like say anything and everything that he can. He's like, you don't even care. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you don't even care about me. Like, you da 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 da. Like, just trying to like change the whole point of the conversation when he literally just sat there and degraded me for the first like hour of this conversation, right?
Do you notice how like when we fight, I come back?
Bruh, that's toxic. Like, what do you mean? Like, what does that say about anything?
Because I actually do care. I don't want.
So I'm like, yeah, no. I'm just like, I don't really care to like, yeah, I don't want to fix this. I don't want anything to do with you. I think you're very insecure. I think you have very personal issues or whatever is going on with you that clearly have nothing to do with me. And I think that you should go and work on that. And when he saw that, he was not fucking with it. Like I said, his whole demeanor changes and he's like literally begging me to like give him another chance. He's like, I'm gonna like talk to my parents. I'm gonna do like a 90-day program. Like, what are you talking about? Like, literally, what are you talking about? I'm literally scared. What are you talking about? The thing about these type of people is there's nothing that you can say that's gonna change the way that they think. This is just how they are, unfortunately, right? So I knew that, and I wasn't gonna like sit there and continue to waste my breath. So I made it very clear, but also I was very nice about it, honestly, when I didn't need to be. I was very nice about it, and I was just like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm actually just not trying to do this. Like, I really just want to move forward, and I think that you should do the same. I think I've said this already like fucking 4 times to you guys. Imagine how many times I said it to him. Imagine that.
Imagine how tired we are of it.
Imagine. He literally starts begging me to like sleep over at my house, and I'm like, no, like I literally don't even feel safe around you. I feel uncomfortable around you. You're making me uncomfortable. I would really like for you to leave, and I would really like for you to leave me the fuck alone. But this guy was just like trying to gaslight me, was trying to make me feel bad, when this motherfucker was the reason that we were even having this whole situation in the first place, because he was just, I don't know. I really don't know, you guys. Even to this day, I really don't know what the fuck all of that was even about. But it gets worse. It gets worse. We're not even to the good part yet. Hours go by. I finally convinced this guy to leave my house, and he leaves. 2 seconds later, I get a phone call. He's like, please let me sleep over, please let me sleep over, like, one more time, blah, 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 one more time. I'm like, no, dude, like, no, MEEKIALE, go home. Go home. It's not gonna happen. Like, the emotions are high. It's been a fucking 3 hours. Like, I'm ready to go to bed. Like, it's not gonna happen, right? And we hang up. All right, you guys, buckle up, because this is when this shit gets crazy. By that time, it was almost 12 at night. So I knew that the Wendy's up the street by my house was gonna close at 12, and I had 10 minutes to get there. I was determined to get my damn Wendy's. I was starving.
I don't give a fuck if you gotta pick up your kids, nigga. Go to the fucking Wendy's, dope. Before I turn this whole ride upside down, nigga. You talking to the big blood, nigga.
I was like fed up. I was starving. I had just dealt with this weird ass bullshit for the last few hours, and I was like just trying to get myself some damn chicken nuggets, right? And I'm not kidding, my intuition literally was telling me, look around. And so I look around, but like when I was on the phone with him, it sounded like he was going back home. It sounded like he was like, you know, on the freeway or some shit. And so I look around, I don't see anything. I'm like, all right, like nobody's that crazy, right? Right? So I start driving, and I don't even make it down the street. I literally make it maybe 7 seconds before I get another call from MEEKIALE, and I answered thinking that he's just gonna say like, please leave me. But I was just like trying to make it like known that like after this night, like I am never going to talk to you again. Like, this is not going to be a continuous thing. This is not going to happen again. I'm sorry, but move on with your life. Again. No. I answer, and he goes, gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, I just saw you leave your house, you stupid fucking bitch. Hangs up. And that's when I knew I fucked up. Like, I knew that, like, this shit was, like, not gonna be good, right? So I keep driving, and all of a sudden, I see some car, like, zooming up behind me and flashing their lights. And obviously, I'm like, there's no way that's anybody else. Like, come on, what are the odds that someone's, like, zooming up behind me, flashing their lights, and it's not fucking MEEKIALE, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I can't even believe, like, this guy is following me right now. But like, I'm still trying to go to Wendy's. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was still trying to go to Wendy's. And so I keep going, because I'm like, I'm not even gonna like play into this. I'm not even gonna like talk to this dude. So I go to Wendy's, and I pull up in the drive-thru, and this guy pulls up right next to me in the drive-thru of Wendy's. And so the freaking person at Wendy's is like, hello, Wendy's, can I help you? I literally had 5 minutes to get my order in. So I literally order my food, and I look over to him, and I'm like, do you want something? Letting him know, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
You guys, I literally cannot. I have never seen somebody go from the nicest person to the craziest motherfucker that I had ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of crazy motherfuckers. I was raised by crazy motherfuckers. Literally. So I keep going in the drive-thru and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to like deal with this right now. And I go to the drive-thru and the lady's like looking at me. She's like concerned, probably because she heard this motherfucker just tell me to shut the fuck up.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy.
I get my food, and when I go to leave, this guy like blocks me in to the Wendy's parking lot, blocks me. And he gets out of his car and he runs up to my car and he's like, I fucking caught you. I fucking caught you. See, like, I knew you were gonna go see some dude. I knew you were gonna go see some dude. I'm like, with my Wendy's, like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's just yelling, saying I'm doing all this, doing all that. Literally making up stories in his head. Like, I literally was terrified. So I'm like, dude, what is going on? He's like yelling, banging on my window, blah, 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 blah. So he gets my phone and he starts running with it. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna fucking call the police on this motherfucker? He gets my phone, starts running. I literally start screaming. I'm like, if you don't give me my fucking phone, I'm gonna go into fucking Wendy's and I'm gonna have to call the police because you're stealing my shit. Give me my fucking phone. And so he literally is going through my phone, you guys, through my phone, and is looking at my call log. And he's like, I'm gonna show you. I know you were just fucking talking to some guy. I know you're fucking going da-da-da-da-da, like you're going to his house. He goes to my call log, and guess who's the only guy on the call log at the time? Him. And when he sees that, he literally, I'm like sitting there like, bro, what the fuck? He sees that it's only him, and he just looks at me and he's like, oh, I guess it is only me, right?
Funny. Yes, but not funny, haha. Funny, weird.
So then I'm like, I'm gonna call somebody because right now I don't feel safe. So I call one of my girls because I had just talked to her because we were gonna leave together the next day. So I was like, I knew she was up at that time. So I call her, and as I'm calling her, he's still screaming. He's like, who the fuck are you calling? And I'm like, I'm calling my friend Tuesday because you're scaring me. Like, letting him know, like, you're actually terrifying me right now. Like, I'm gonna call the police on you at this point. And he looks at me and he like gives me like the creepiest, no emotion, dead stare in the face, and looks at me and just goes, fuck you, and slams my door so fucking hard and runs back to his car. And when he runs back to his car, he gets in and he drives so fast, almost like he was gonna like crash into my car, gets out again, comes up to my fucking window, banging, screaming, and goes, I hope your mom's watching, you fucking cunt. Oh my God. You guys, I know you're probably sitting there. Do not feel sorry for me. This motherfucker really just brought up my dead mom as an insult to me. Like, that's such a cheap shot. I'm not kidding you guys. As soon as he said that, I literally heard my mom say, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of him. And that's all I needed. I did not need to, like, you know, go crazy. And I also just know that, like, with narcissistic ass people like that, giving them any type of reaction just is something that they feed off of. So when he said that, I was just like, I literally was like, ooh, like, you're gonna pay for that one. Like, karma's the bitch. I don't need to take care of you. The universe will, baby. Like, an absolute psycho. Like, I have never been scared in a relationship or like terrified of somebody else and like what they could do to me, but the way that that freaking person was acting was so out of line, and it was so out of nowhere that it was actually really scary. I was like terrified to go back to my place because I was like, dude, what if he's just gonna be like there or like following me? What if he like kills me? Like, you literally don't fucking know. People are fucking crazy. I genuinely like felt sorry for the dude, but I was also like, there's no way that I'm gonna like put myself around something like that, right? So basically that's just kind of how it ended. He kept trying to call me after that. He was like reaching out through like Instagram, just like a bunch of weird, creepy shit, leaving me a bunch of voicemails all the time. You don't even understand. I can't even believe that that happened to me. And I still think about it all the time. Anyone I tell that story to, they're like, Elena, what the fuck? And I'm like, I know, like, what the fuck? Like, I literally can't believe that happened. This is clearly me telling you guys this story laughing, because it ended up just being some crazy shit that I'm able to just tell you guys and like laugh about and make fun of. But it was actually hard for me to make this video, because the reality is that some women are in relationships like this where they are being accused of things that aren't even happening, or being degraded constantly, or having mean things said to them, or having, you know, people be very controlling of them, or following them, or terrifying them, or hurting them physically, mentally, verbally, all of that shit. Like, it's so fucking real. It's so real in relationships. And I'm just very lucky that I was able to like see through that shit. Like, I'm so glad that it didn't get to a place where I felt like I couldn't get out of it. I'm very fortunate that it didn't go worse than how it did, but I do want to make it clear that this shit is not okay. If you know anyone like this, or if you've ever been through something like this, I'm really sorry. People, this goes for both genders too. Like, I know that there's a bunch of crazy girls out there as well doing shit like this. It's not cool to like make people feel uncomfortable, and it's not cool to push your weird ass shit on others. So yeah, but with that being said, I can't even believe that I just told you guys that story. It was literally so crazy. Like, I'm gonna leave it there, because I think you guys are gonna like leave a bunch of comments, and I can't wait to read what you guys have to say and your reactions to this story, because it's just crazy. That was a lot. I said it pretty quick, but like, I'm telling you guys, that shit was traumatic. Shit like this happens, and it's not your fault. Sometimes people you come across are just shitty people playing the part and doing what they gotta do to get you where they want you. Yeah. If you guys fuck with these storytime videos, comment down below, let me know, because I have so many stories that I could share with you guys. And yeah, let me know if you guys fuck with these. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.